everyone, it's Laurie from Cook Scrap Craft, and today's process video is a fun one because as you can see, I am breaking out the misting sprays so that I can do a mixed media background. I was participating in the very beginning of August. They had at Paper Issues in their Facebook group a pop-up crop, and so there were several lives going on throughout the day, and I was scrapping along with the design team who was doing the lives. And so I wasn't sure if I was going to be creating something that fit with one of the challenges that were going on that day, or if I was just going to create whatever I wanted to create. And as you can see, I am creating, what does that look like to you? Let's play a little game. What does that look like? If it looks like a watermelon, you are correct. And that's because I have this photo of my daughter. I was going to put this in my May Project Life layout. And I decided because I had some watermelon stickers just to do a layout with the photo on its own. I've been trying to do less and less of that, which is why I've started doing the monthly Project Life pages just to kind of get photos there that don't really have a story, we're just kind of like random. And so this was going to be one of those, but I just couldn't resist when I saw I had some Simple Stories watermelon stickers, and so I just couldn't resist making this its own layout. And I was going to pair it with another photo as well and just make it be more of a general, like, this is my kid, right now kind of thing. But again, because I had those stickers and I had some other like pink and green things that just were a perfect fit for this theme, I just decided to make it its own thing. So here, while I let that mixed media dry, and I should probably tell you what colors I used. So they were Pop Art Pink from Shimmers. I've had that for many, many years. I don't know if they still make that color. If they do, pick it up because it's a great one. And then also there was a Tim Holtz color. It was green, and I believe it was Rustic Wilderness, which is really pretty. It comes out a lot darker than it looks in the bottle, I guess. Although when like the color settles to the bottom of the bottom of the bottle, it does tend to look a little bit lighter. When you shake it up, it gets its true color. And then I'm just pulling out some Hampton Art green ink so that I can ink the edges of my photo and that pink cardstock banner that I created. I backed the photo with some green pattern paper from my stash. I think it was actually part of the August Best of Both Worlds kit. And because I have this big mixed media shape on the back of the paper, I'm not going to add too much else. It's basically just going to be that photo with the banner and some embellishments because I don't want to cover up what I created, right? So that's always kind of the hard part when you do mixed media, to have to see it get covered up by other things. So yeah, and I feel like I was going to say something right now, and then I just totally lost my train of thought. I was going to segue into something else, and now I don't know, but that's okay. While I'm thinking of it now, I guess I should tell you, if you are not subscribed to the channel yet, please do so. And thank you to everyone who has subscribed. I hope that you are having a great time watching these process videos. It actually seems like I get a lot more views of the haul videos that I do. So maybe I should do more of those. It's like separate my hauls, do like a scrapbook.com haul, a Paper Issues haul, wherever I buy stuff, do a haul video for that. I don't know if that would decrease the views if you just like seeing it all together in one. Let me know your preferences in the comments, but hopefully you also enjoy watching the process videos too. And like I've been saying, this fall I'm going to try to start some more specific series, so hopefully giving you more inspiration and tips than just like a general, hey, I made this type of process video. So yeah, I'm just adhering. You can see I added another small little banner. I had a 2x2 square that was just in my stash. It was hanging out on my desk for use for something. And the other side had a sentiment on it that said "Sweet on you" with a cupcake. And I could have used it for like a birthday card, but I really liked the green background. And because it was green and I'm doing watermelon green and pink, it was just totally perfect for to be added as a layering element for my banner. So really quickly, I pulled out my heat gun, which I don't always use. Usually if I'm doing mixed media, I will just let it dry on its own overnight. But because I was doing this in a process video and I was scrapbooking live along with the Paper Issues live gals, I just decided let's just kind of heat things up and dry it up a little bit more. And you can see the paper's curling a bit. I think, oh, you know what? This might have been on my last sheet of Vicki Boutin's foundations paper. Probably. So it is curling up a little bit at the edges, but it's still a really nice thick cardstock that holds the color really well. And I have to say, I didn't have to do too much of the drying with the heat gun, and that was mainly because I guess the paper really like soaked it in, and I used the packaging technique, which, you know, you're smushing it into the paper as opposed to doing like splatters or spritzing or spraying. I think that tends to, because it kind of beads up, it takes a little bit longer for it to dry. But the packaging technique, which I have to say, it's so easy, you guys. You should really try it if you haven't done it before. It's like my go-to thing to create shapes, just to create fun little splotches. I just love the way it looks. I really feel like you can't go wrong when you use the packaging technique. It's a great way just to get kind of hands-on, and if it's your first time doing mixed media, I think that would be a really great way to start, because I don't think whatever you create, it's not going to look bad. So I had some embellishments pulled. I have not adhered them quite yet. A lot of them are fruit stickers from the Simple Stories Hello Summer or something. Summer, I don't know. Something summer collection from Simple Stories. They're really, really cute. And I pulled some that are not all watermelons. Some of them are citrus fruits, but I liked them because they were green, and it was just kind of like a fruity, I was going with the fruity theme, and I just wanted to add a few extra embellishments. So I'm going to do a line of those going down along the side of the photo. And I also decided I wanted to add just a little bit more patterned paper to the layout. So I'm going to do banners. I've got I think that's about maybe a 1-inch banner at the top, maybe or a half-inch banner. I can't remember, but it's actually Christmas paper, Christmas pattern paper that was in my scrap drawer. And I was like, oh, but the one side is like Christmas themed paper strips, and the other side is just that green polka dot pattern. And I was like, that's perfect. I'll use that for this. And then I will end up doing one at the very bottom. So the top one, is not flush with the top of the page. I don't really know why I made that decision. I think I just liked the way it looked, adding kind of, I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. I didn't really think it over that much. I was just like, oh, I'm not going to make it flush to the top. And sometimes that's the process. And I also wanted I'm going to use one of those Paige Evans paper rosettes to go at the top. And so I wanted the paper rosette to be I wanted the pattern paper strip to be like centered through the rosette. So that's why I didn't make the paper strip flush to the top. Anyway, so now I'm doing the title, and I'm using 3 different kinds of alpha stickers. So the Wonderful is from an American Crafts phrase pack, and then the Water is from a Pink Fresh Puffy Alpha pack. And then this one is brand new that I'm working with this month. It's also American Crafts. I'm going to make the word melon. I was having a little difficulty finding the lowercase L's on the sheet, but I found them, and I love the way it turns out. And then what I also love about this is that they have these fun little like other shapes and like little burst things. So I'm gonna do a little bit of like a burst on the around the N of melon. I just love the way that looks with that little heart. These are puffy alphas, so they give lots of great dimension, and they smell really good too. Is that weird, you guys? Do you ever buy scrapbooking supplies and you're like, oh, this smells so good? Because those foam alphas from American Crafts always smell really good. So I did a thinner paper strip to be the border for the very bottom, and that's going to be flush to the bottom, almost like, I think for the bottom, I was thinking more of like the rind of the watermelon. So yeah, but then I have one at the top too, so whatever. I like borders, hand-drawn borders or paper strip borders. I just kind of like how they finish off a layout a little bit. So now I'm going to add in my stickers, and I'm going to tell you real quick that if you want to follow me in social media, all of my links are in the description box below. I will also link to the Paper Issues Friends and Fans Facebook group. You do have to join, but it's free to join the group. And they have August challenges going on all month long. I ended up I wasn't sure if I was going to submit this for one of those challenges, but I ended up, you'll see in a second, I'm going to add some sequins. So I ended up doing this one for the Perfect 10 challenge. So some of the challenges are normal challenges that they do every month, and then some of them are themed. So for the pop-up crop, they released a new set of Olympics themed challenges, which are really, really fun. So for the Perfect 10 challenge, you're supposed to use 10 of something on a layout. And I definitely used more than 10 sequins. And here, like, this is kind of my favorite thing to do with the sequins. Sometimes I like to be very strategic with where I put them. but I just poured some out. This is an old sequins mix back from Cheeky Studio, which isn't making stuff anymore, but I just love it. It was called Flamingo Fun, and it had some greens and pinks in it. And I just literally like took a bunch of them and just threw them on the page in a diagonal, and kind of wherever they laid, that's where I put them. I had to move a few of them around, but I love that kind of like crazy haphazard look to the sequins. And sometimes if I'm trying to be too strategic, it looks like I've been too strategic as opposed to more haphazard. So anyway, I adhered all the sequins down. I submitted this for a perfect 10 because I have 10 sequins plus 11. And these are the close-ups. So thank you guys so much for watching this process video. And I hope to see you guys next time here on the channel. Don't forget to subscribe. Bye!